Hi, this is On Abbas Hussain from Behind the Gloves, and I'm here with Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie, welcome back to the UK. Last time I saw you was in May for the Matchroom card. How you doing? How's things been?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited about being on this card. Things have been good.
Talk to me about this pullout because I know you're not very happy with this. He's done it. He's done it to you in the past. It's happened in the past. Sorry, you're not happy about this. Talk to me about that a little bit.
It's just frustrating. You get set for. You have a certain mindset. You have certain things in your mind, and then you have to deal with the immaturity of a guy like this who's known to do this in the past. I just thought that at the moment the offer to him was so good that even he wasn't stupid enough to not do this. There's one thing to turn down a fight. He's the kind of guy that doesn't turn down fights. He'll just not fight them. He'll pull out of them. He's done it time and again. Come up with some kind of excuse. But I was very confident in the fact that because I knew what he was making for the fight, that he was making so much above his market value that it was no way he would be that stupid to walk away from that kind of money and not do it. But I was wrong.
Talk to me how that changes the game plan, or if it does change the game plan coming into the fight, because it's quite late. It's a very late pullout actually.
I think I have a hungrier opponent, a more a rougher kind of opponent who wants to come to fight. I think Bronco, at the end of the day, was just going to show up to try to survive the 12 rounds. He don't want to fight. Muscatello will come to win. He'll come to try to do his best, and he'll go out like a warrior. Whatever way it is. He'll put on his best effort possible. For me, the game plan doesn't change. Be the best I can be at what I do best, and I feel like I should be able to execute a good game plan.
When you fought Danny Garcia at the start of the year, it seemed that you were going to finish after that. What changed your decision to come back into boxing and take this European route?
I just thought about things and I said, make good money. Maybe I can stop right now. But I said, you know what? I really will always ask myself questions if I stop right now. What would have happened if I fought Danny Garcia on a normal training camp? What would have happened? And not to say that I didn't train hard, because again, I'm not trying to take away credit from Danny's victory, because he doesn't deserve that. It's a great win for him, and he fought well, and he's a great fighter. But I have to look at myself, just like he has to look at his own performances. I have to look at my own performances, and how I have to rate that performance for myself is I have to classify it in my own way, and I know the kind of camp I had. I trained very hard, but there was no sparring, about 20 rounds, 25 rounds, So at the end of the day, a year and a half off, 20, 25 rounds of sparring for a top 5 guy, I was always going to ask myself questions. What would have happened if I would have took it under better circumstances? And life timing is everything sometimes. And that's the unfortunate thing, it wasn't the right timing, because stylistically, I did like the fight, But it is what it is.
Now, let's talk about the welterweight division. Floyd Mayweather's gone. Who do you think's, well, regardless of him coming back or not, that's a different story, but who do you think's going to take over that throne, or is it going to be a bit more open, the division now?
I think the division is open because there's so many good fighters in it. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if Floyd's really gone. I guess we'll find that out too. But I think the division is pretty open, and it's open because there's so many good fighters in it. Sometimes the division is open, but it's pretty weak. Right now, you can't say that about the welterweight division. It's pretty strong. And it's open because you can't really pick a distinct top guy. But there's definitely a lot of guys who are aiming for the throne and have could be heir apparent.
You're somebody who doesn't mind talking what you think. We've got Tyson Fury, who's just became a world champion. He's received a lot of negative press. Have you heard of this, and what do you make of the bad press that he's received in the UK?
I think sometimes people who are outspoken tend to cast judgment on them, I know I've gone through a lot of the similar things as well in the past. For me, I think it's entertaining. I can respect a guy who's not scared to say what he thinks, and I can respect a guy who, even if he knows he's going to take criticism for saying certain things, if those are his beliefs and what he wants to say and what he wants to do, then he doesn't fear the criticism. And you don't have to. This is not always a popularity contest. It's just a matter of being known. I think whether people hate you or whether people love you, the fact that they know you is what's the most important. And I think Tyson Fury's done a good job of that.
Just want to talk about the main card, the main fight on this card, Anthony Joshua versus Dylan White. You've seen Anthony box before. What do you make of this card, and how far do you think both men can go in their career?
I think it's an interesting fight. There's a lot of history with these guys. Obviously, the bad blood you can see at the press conference, and both have an O on their record. They're in the loss column. So I think for that reason, both guys can really push themselves in this fight and push each other in this fight in ways that maybe other fights haven't done that to them. And so from that perspective, I think you have a possibly pretty entertaining scrap, however long it may last.
Finally, Paulie, what's 2016 going to hold for you? Say you win this fight, are you going to look at maybe a world accolade again?
I don't know. I'm going to take this fight. I'm going to see how I look at it. I'll see how I win it and how I feel. Assess things over the end of the year, the season at the end of the year with my family and whatnot, and then make a decision. You know, I think there's a lot of possibilities. There's also the possibility that I don't want to do this again. So we'll see. One fight at a time.
Paulie, well, good luck on Saturday, and thank you very much for talking to Behind the Gloves. Top man.
Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this little icon right here, or else